Hello, Taurus, and welcome to this, your late March reading. The intention of this reading is for anybody born under the sign of Taurus or anyone who has a lot of Taurus in their chart. The timing for this reading is from mid-March until the end of March, but as we know, when we are dealing with the ethereal realm, the timing can be off. Unfortunately, things move at a different rate in the ethereal realm than they do down here in the earthly realm. This is a general reading for all of the Taurans out there. So let me just say, if you have an important decision that you need to make coming up, by all means, watch these videos, but ultimately, the choice is yours to make. Go within your own heart and decide what is right for you based on all of the knowledge available to you. All right, without any further ado, Taurans, let's get going with your reading. Just a reminder that I do leave all of the cards face down until I'm actually ready to read them. And I do work with a number of different decks, and I find that that gives a more accurate reading for everyone rather than using one single deck. The first thing that we're going to look at is where you are at now, Taurus. So this is a card about where you're at mid-March 2023. We've already got the fairies jumping around as they do. Okay, so I do have probably about 12 cards that have popped out here, including cards on the floor. So let's just mix up this smaller portion of the deck and see if any of them want to just pop out. No, it looks like I might be reading all of these. Let's do it. Nope. There we go. I didn't think I was meant to be reading quite so many cards for you, Taurus. All right, Taurus, the next card that we're going to pull for you is a card of what you are focusing on. What is your focus here going into mid to late March? I am getting called to the Osho Zen Tarot for you. That was interesting. Right, we already have one card popped out. Let's see if there's anything else in there for Taurus. What else is Taurus focusing on? Okay, and again, we've got 10 or 12 cards out. Anything else? Okay. All right. Let's pick up all of these cards. And you know what? I am going to leave that first card out because it came out in a very unusual way. What else does Taurus need to know? What else is Taurus focusing on for? There we go. Okay, let's have a look at difficult influences. What is coming up for you with regards to difficult influences? I am getting called to two different decks. There we go. Narrow it down. Difficult influences for the Taurans for mid to late March. That card is coming out. That one. Is there anything else coming up for Taurus as a difficult influence? Apparently there is. Okay. All right, we're going to put these in the order in which they came out. That's the last card, and we're just going to scoot over here and pick your card up off the floor. Okay. All right, let's have a look. One of the cards that I pull is a card that is just known as This Makes Sense. Okay. That card has a tendency to just kind of tie everything else together. And it often shows us some additional insights into what's coming up for you in the given timing of the reading. So in this case, Taurus, what makes sense for Taurus mid to late March? Okay. One. Is there anything else? Doesn't seem to be. No. Okay. All right, Taurus, let's have a look at what your unexpected insights, unexpected influences. Yep, we're going back over here to the fairy deck. Unexpected influences, unexpected insights. There's one. There's another one. Is there anything else? Unexpected influences and insights for Taurus. Okay. Okay. And the final card that we are going to look at for you is going to be your outcome. What is the overall outcome? Now, unfortunately, I do have more cards that flew onto the floor, which I have to pick up. Because this is the deck that I'm getting called to. The cards that flew out were because I bumped them with my elbow, not that they were intended to come out specifically for you. So let's just do a quick mix of the deck here without actually pulling cards for you. Seeing as we had to pick cards up off the floor. All right. General overall outcome for Taurus for late March. So this is cards coming out for late March as it's your outcome. So we do have two cards that came out here for you. All right, Taurus, let's have a look at the first couple of cards. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. There is something coming in for you. It is racing towards you in this Chariot right now. This is generally an indication that some of the intentions that you have set out, some of the manifestations that you have put out into the world, whether they were conscious and intentional or not, are about to manifest, and they're about to manifest into this reality in a big way. Success also comes as a result of discipline and dedication. So this is probably something that you are intending to manifest. But yeah, there's definitely something racing towards you right now, Taurus. And the other card that we got is the Two of Spring, also known as the Two of Wands. And it's got almost the same meaning as this one, and it is a bright future manifested through hard work and creativity. All right. So again, both of these cards are indicating that there is some kind of manifestation, something that you have put out there as an intention into the world, and it is racing at you. It's about to come out. So given that this reading is for the period of mid to late March, yeah, watch for something to be coming racing at you. And generally the Chariot indicates that it's something good and positive. Okay, we did have a little bit of difficulty getting the cards for what you're focusing on, but we do have the Two of Pentacles. Okay, Taurus, you have the Two of Wands coming up in where you're at now. Excuse me. And you have the Two of Pentacles, or Two of Rainbows, as it's known in this particular deck, coming up. This is an indication that there's some duality going on with you. There's some push and pull. And in some ways, you're questioning the direction. You may even be questioning what is coming towards you. And oh my goodness, what did I manifest? Okay. But this card, the Two of Pentacles, is an indication that you are currently living things moment to moment. You're taking things one day at a time, probably because these other two cards that came out are cards that indicate you are focusing on transformation. And you are focusing on completion. Now, these two cards are extremely, extremely powerful cards from the traditional tarot. These cards are both part of the major arcana. This one is the equivalent to the number 13 in the major arcana of the tarot. The number 13 card is the Death card. This is a card of major, major change and transformation, as you can see. Now, a lot of people, part of the reason that I prefer to use all of these other decks rather than the traditional tarot is because when people get a Death card, they go, okay. The Death card is not, in fact, about death. It is about transformation. And so this is actually a really positive card for you to get. And this is in your focus, Taurus. So this is, you focusing on, I want this change. And again, you had 2 cards in your initial 2 cards of where you're at now that show that you are in the process of manifesting something big. You have put intentions out there for something big. And this confirms it, and so does this. And the reason the completion card confirms that to such a high degree is that the completion card is about ending one cycle and moving into something else. It's about, if you look at the picture on the card, it's about putting the last piece of the puzzle in and then moving into the next puzzle for you to be able to solve. Taurus, this is an indication there are huge changes and shifts coming for you in a very, very big way, a very dramatic way. Okay. And that may also be why you are focusing on living your life moment to moment, because this can be overwhelming if you try to embrace all of it all at once. Okay. Let's have a look at what your difficult influences are. Your difficult influences is trust and strive. Okay. This is an indication that, again, like I said, with this card is indicating that this may be a little bit overwhelming for you. And so one of your difficult influences this month is trusting and thriving, right? You're kind of stepping back from things. Protection Guardian. This card came up in your difficult influences. So we read it as if almost as if it's like an opposite meaning. And so this card, Taurus, is saying that watch your boundaries this month for the last half of March 2023. This is saying drop your shields, and this is a protection guardian. So normally anywhere else in the reading, this card would be read that, you've got all of this boundary put up around you, and in order to be able to move forward, you need to drop those boundaries or drop those shields. But this card coming up in your difficult influences is indicating that you don't have your shields up, you're not paying attention to your boundaries, and you're being a little bit leaky as far as boundaries go right now. So that is one of your challenges here for the last half of March. Okay. This card, the Seer card, coming up in your difficult influences, see beyond the current situation. This is in your difficult influences. It's read as if you are focused on one thing, and what you're focusing on is negative instead of positive. Okay. So this is a challenge for you, Taurus, that, you are trying to manifest huge changes, huge shifts, and huge transformation. But what's coming up for you is, there's 2 cards here that indicate that you're either pulling back and kind of bucking the system, right? This is a picture of a buck. You're bucking the system a little bit, and you're not seeing the bigger picture right now. The final card in your difficult influences is shift your perception. Okay. Now, normally anywhere else in the reading, we would take it at face value. Being in your difficult influences, what this card is actually saying is that you are seeing things the old way. And once you are able, I can speak English, honestly. Once you are able to shift your perception and see the bigger picture, all of a sudden a whole bunch is going to come clear, and this transformation is going to progress. Right? Chariot. It's going to progress. This makes sense, right? You are at an impasse right now. You need to reflect and redirect your energy, right? That's what, excuse me, your difficult influences. I do apologize. I was at a conference last week, and somebody came to the conference who was quite ill, and it spread like wildfire, and unfortunately I was a victim. Okay, moving on. This card is indicating that you are kind of pulling back. You're not seeing the big picture. You don't want to see this big picture right now. So this makes sense. Card is saying, hey, you're at an impasse right now. Okay. And in order to pass this impasse, you need to reflect and redirect your energy. Unexpected insights. You have the Princess of Spring, also the Princess of Wands. It's time to go after your dreams. Do something that expands your horizons, right? This is a card indicating, as I said, that, you know, you've got this Chariot, something's riding towards you. You set these intentions. You've got the Two of Spring here. You've set intentions. You're manifesting like crazy right now, Taurus. It's unbelievable. And this card is letting you know that it's not just about sitting at home in the Om position. You know, you got your fingers up, you're in the lotus position, and you're trying to manifest. That's not all that it's about. You have to go out and get what you want. You have to look for those opportunities. And when those opportunities present themselves, you need to jump on them. The other card that you have is the Eight of Summer, also known as the Eight of Cups. And this is a card about you coming to the realization that you need to make the change, right? Everything that I've read in your reading so far indicates you're manifesting like crazy. And then when it starts to come towards you, you go, oh, wait, and then you step back from it again. Okay. So Taurus, what these cards are telling me in your unexpected insights is, yeah, you're manifesting, but when the opportunity actually presents itself, you need to actually take action here with the Princess of Cups or Spring. And this Eight of Summer, Eight of Cups, sorry, the Princess of Spring is the of Wands, that you need to move on, right? You can't stay in this duality. You can't stay in this, oh, I'm manifesting, things are going to change. Oh my God, I'm going to go back to where I was. Oh my God, I'm manifesting. Oh my God, I'm going to go back to where I was. Okay. And that's what these cards are telling me is that you're doing. You're on this kind of roller coaster, this roundabout. Let's have a look at your general overall outcome. Yeah, your general overall outcome is, incidentally, another 8. Interesting. You've got 2 2s. Again, 2s represent some duality going on. And then you've got the 8 of Cups coming up, and you've also got the 8 of Pentacles coming up. And the 8 of Pentacles for your outcome is about ordinariness. It's an indication that you are shifting back into this comfort zone that you like. So you manifest, and then you sit back and you go, okay, I'm going to stay in my comfort zone for a minute. Okay, I'm going to manifest. I'm going to be in my comfort zone for a minute. Okay. So Taurus, that is what's coming up. We also have you with the Queen of Wands coming in for the very end of March 2023, Taurus. The Queen of Wands is a card of sharing. She's a powerful queen. She loves to share her abundance. And to a certain degree, the Queen of Wands shares with reckless abandon. Okay, so that is also a cautionary tale to pay attention. I mean, you know, this is a card asking you to share your knowledge. I do believe that some of what you're manifesting is meant to be shared, even though there's an indication you're pulling back from it again. So you are meant to share, but don't share with unfettered abandonment. Okay, protect your energies as well. That's just kind of coming up intuitively for me, Taurus. Okay, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to end this reading now, and I hope to see you at the beginning of April. I would love your comments down below. Take care.